Liam, obviously you've secured a future here. I mean, things have been going okay for the club, but in terms of the actual way forward, I mean, how much do you see from the close of this season as to how you'll fare next season as well?
Obviously we want to finish positively and then get some more wins on the board and hopefully secure the 7th place, and then it might give us the momentum to go into next season, and push back up the league.
I mean, do you get the feeling that different players may be fighting for different things just now? It's obviously a difficult time for some who haven't committed to the club.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, if you haven't committed or you haven't been offered, it's obviously going to be a tough time, and you'll be wanting to go out onto the pitch and give everything and show them, even if it's not this club, show other clubs what you can do.
And likewise your opponents this weekend, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on down there, but obviously we've been relegated the other night. I'd imagine there's a few going to leave, and go elsewhere. And
looking forward to facing one of your former teammates here, Billy. You obviously know what he can offer, and also there's Eddie there as well, being netted on Tuesday night also.
Yeah, obviously both two good players, I mean, that's why it makes it somewhat surprising, that Dundee Utd have gone down with that as a strike force, Up here it was goals from both of them,
Do you feel that also the challenge next season, I mean, both in terms of you're saying moving up, but will make that wee bit harder by obviously the inclusion of Rangers and also whoever else comes up from that very tough playoff as well, which is already panned out quite,
Obviously, adding Rangers into the league, it's another tough opponent, but I'm sure all the boys would be looking forward to the ones who haven't played at Ladbrokes, going down there and just testing themselves against them.
Just thinking back to your contract, what was it that persuaded you to stay here, to sign on at this stage when there's maybe a lot of uncertainty about who else might be staying here?
Honestly, it's just I enjoy playing football, and the way I see it, I see myself to push and just keep playing football week in, week out, I'm just enjoying it. I'm still only 21, so I've got a long time to go. So that was just basically what it was, so just the idea of playing football, every week.
Has the manager sort of set out his plans to you in terms of where he thinks the club are going to go in the next 1, 2, 3 years?
No, I haven't really had that discussion. I mean, I don't know if that's anything really to do with me. I'm not really fussed. I just want to go out there and play football with the lads,
And given what happened this season in terms of the game time you're getting, I suppose that was a big factor in that.
Yeah, obviously that was a big difference, I would say, to times where I've been out of contract before. There was obviously a difference because I'd been playing games. That when it came to the contract, it was a little bit different.
Was there ever a spell or a time span that you'd set yourself where you thought, there will come a time where I'll either, I don't know if a loan was an option or leaving was an option? Was there ever that date that you set yourself as a target to when you would evaluate your situation here? I know you're saying this season you've got the game time.
Yeah, well, I think I made it clear to myself personally that if I didn't play this season, I was going to go. There was no more waiting about. I couldn't afford to wait about. I mean, I would have been 21 and I wouldn't have been playing any games. So I said to myself, if I don't play this season, I don't want to stay.
How hard is it to get into the first team here? Presumably you've been operating and playing pretty well, but just can't get that breakthrough for a while. What's it like? How hard is it to get?
Well, obviously over the last few seasons it's been difficult because every week there was pretty much the same players without injuries, and they were playing well. They were flying in the league and the cups and that. So obviously when it's going like that, it's difficult to get that chance, and sometimes that's all you need. It's not like one game. You just need 3 or 4 games in a row just to show what you can do, and then once you do that, then obviously people start to believe in you.
Do you think there's a reluctance maybe with some, maybe not this club, but with other clubs to give young guys a chance because they're maybe worried about being drawn into relegation or that sort of thing?
Obviously that's an issue. I mean, I don't know how managers work, other managers work, if they feel that they're more experienced ones, but you've always got youth, when they give you the enthusiasm, you want to go out and play, they'll run all day for you, do you know what I mean? So I don't know about that. It's difficult to say.
But there seems to be that balance sometimes of having the talent and the opportunity being there. I mean, think back to someone like, I don't know how his career might pan out if Nick Ross hadn't got his chance in the First Division, for example, given that opportunity following on from relegation. And likewise, you said once you were given your opportunity and your chance to show what you could do, then it's opportunity and talent.
Yeah, well, that's all. Obviously, if you've got the ability, sometimes that's all you need is the chance to play. And if you don't get the chance to play, then no one will ever know like how good you can be or how good you are. It's just one of the things that once you get the chance, you have to take it.
Still in Dundee United, you guys are presumably playing with a bit more freedom. You're not going to be relegated. You're not in the top 6. You're aiming for 7th. But given the position they're in, can you go into that and play your game basically, knowing they're going to have a lot of pressure on them, even though they've been relegated?
I think every game we're just trying to go in and play our own style of football. They got relegated the other day, so I don't know if that'll have a bearing on the game. Obviously, hopefully we'll go out there and play with freedom and enjoy our football, and hopefully put on like a good show for everyone who's watching or the fans that will come out.